once went to a vacation town in Lake Erie, Lakeside, Ohio, with my family for a wedding. It was a private community consisting of people who don't normally drive through town. They get to their prospective homes and walk, bike, or use golf carts to get around. People can enjoy leisurely, safe walks and on the narrow streets while going to activities and restaurants. The community was close-knit and lively. It made me think about how different it felt compared to places where driving is the only option. People rarely interact with their neighbors, and the constant presence of cars leaves a physical and social barrier, making the areas feel isolated and disconnected. With that in mind, let's explore the issues that arise in car-dependent areas and how it affects our environment and our communities. The problem stems from our overdependence on cars. This leads to serious issues like air pollution and social isolation. First, let's talk about air pollution. Car emissions are a major reason. According to the 2022 Department of Environmental Protection, the pollutants in engine emissions from vehicles and law equipment cause damage to lung tissue and can lead to and aggravate respiratory diseases such as asthma. The pollution also emits greenhouse gases that cause climate change. So every time we drive, we're not just harming our health, but the planet too. Then there's the issue of social isolation. Living in the suburbs is apparently less than ideal. In the suburban areas, people don't interact with others outside of their immediate family or coworkers. Andrew Price, in his 2015 journal for Strongtown, describes it perfectly. I have to go out of my way and place myself in public to interact with my neighbors and others that live in my town, rather than it being a natural part of my day. When everyone sticks to traveling by car, it's hard to build a sense of community. These issues affect people of all ages, but are especially noticeable in car-dependent spaces. The Center of Disease Control and Prevention states motor vehicles crashes are the leading cause of death for Americans between the ages of 5 and 34, as cited in Price's journal. Due to this car usage, Price also notes that there are health risks associated with obesity and a sedentary lifestyle. Social isolation also has damaging effects. According to the 2015 Royal Society Publishing, Hockley explains that social isolation can lead to depression, poor sleep quality, impaired executive function, and accelerated cognitive decline, among many others. Now that we all know the problems of air pollution and social isolation, it is important to know the root cause behind these issues. There are a few key reasons why our environment and communities have gotten to this point. The first is simply that many spaces today prioritize cars over people, as a 2023 article by America Walks Cleverly explains. Urban designers have largely prioritized the needs of cars, think wide roads and endless parking lots, over the needs of people. When spaces are designed around cars, it forces people into a system that's isolating. Another cause is the lack of community-centered spaces. According to the 2009 Project for Public Spaces, there is a lack of places to sit, a lack of gathering points such as playgrounds, and dysfunctional features that are more for visual than for functional, and most importantly, the domination of space for vehicles, resulting in wide streets, a lack of crosswalks and sidewalks. When public spaces aren't designed with community in mind, it becomes harder for people to form these connections. Now that you understand the cause of these issues, don't fret, because there is good news. there are solutions that could help our environment and our community. Air pollution and social isolation can be solved. For example, walking has many benefits, like personal happiness, improved mental health, and active living. In the 2021 CNU journal, Stouffville suggests that walking helps people live longer, raises endorphin levels, lowers stress-related cortisol, and helps people sleep better. Walking is easy, safe, gets us moving, and improves our overall well-being. Another solution is exploring alternate transportation methods. The 2024 United States Environmental Protection Agency also suggests walking, biking, and using public transportation like buses to reduce pollution and lower the greenhouse gas emissions. The fewer we drive, the healthier the environment will be. Now that we've explored how we can improve our environments, it's time for us to take action. To conclude, just like the close-knit, pedestrian-friendly community I experienced, we can also put in the effort to create an area that not only benefits our environment, but also helps us reconnect with our communities. I urge you to get involved, whether it's by choosing to walk or bike instead of driving, or by supporting and signing petitions for designs that prioritize people over cars. Together, we can transform our surroundings into vibrant, connected communities. What did I do well?
I thought that your speech itself was very well researched and written and explained in a really easy to understand and linear way. And also the way that you were speaking was just showed that you were very confident and that you knew the subject matter and that you cared about the subject matter, and that you actually wanted something to be done about it and cared about the audience having an actual reaction, like a call to action at the end of it. I thought that was all really good.
What can I improve?
I think that sometimes you got a little bit quiet and then you would get more confident and then you would get louder again. So I think that where you could improve is try to stay consistent with your volume when you're speaking, and even if you're nervous, to try not to quiet down so that you're more outspoken and that we can hear you well.
There were a few moments that you stuttered over your words, which is normal. It's not that big of a deal. It just comes with maybe you could have practiced a little bit more to help with some of the times that you stuttered. But considering the times that you did stutter, you still were able to move forward. It didn't stop you. You just you kept moving forward, and that's good.